What is up, guys? Welcome to 3 Putt Golf, the most mediocre golf channel on YouTube. This is a product I've had in the works for a while, but I'm just now getting around to filming and editing some of the videos that I had in the works. So today I have a review of lostgolfballs.com. Basically, I ordered the 3 categorizations, the 3A, 4A, and 5A classes, and I just wanted to figure out kind of what's the best deal and what I could recommend to you guys for what you should buy. Some of the information may not be accurate because I filmed the video probably close to a year ago, so the prices might not still stand, but I think the overall scope of the company is still good. Alright guys, I strapped the GoPro up here for unboxing purposes, but as you can see, the box itself is relatively small. Got Lost Golf Balls on the side, shipping label on the other side. And I'm gonna cut this bad boy open and see what we got. So, as I mentioned earlier, I should have 3 dozen golf balls inside. One of each of the classifications of quality. So let's see, I'll cover up my info here. But yep, Kirkland signatures. We got $9.99 for the 5A, $6.99 for the 4A, and $4.99 for the 3A. So, alrighty. And opening it up, it looks like we just have 3 separate packages. They're almost like bags. So that's the box. And can't tell from first sight here which is each classification, but the first thing I noticed is that in one of the bags there's actually a Pro V1. So I mean that's kind of a score compared to a Kirkland signature, but a little interested to see why that would be the case. See, as you can see, some of them have unique markings on them. Some of them are plain. Kirkland Signature 3. This is actually the first time I've ever used Kirkland Signature balls as well, so don't know exactly what they look like brand new, but I should have gotten a set of new ones to compare. So that looks like maybe that could be the 4A or the 5A. These look pretty much brand new. And I'm guessing this is probably the 3A. Some of them are a little bit discolored. Some slate markings, but I'll lay all of them out and we'll go from there to see which is which classification. Guys, so this is the first box of a dozen that I popped open. This was the package that I had my suspicions that these are likely the 3As, and after inspecting them, I think that may be the case. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera here, but a few of them do have some light scuffing on the case of the ball itself, and pretty much all of them have some form of marking on them, whether that be just like an alignment line on the side, or like this one's got markings all the way around. So mainly just cosmetic stuff. Here's another example of just a little scuff on the casing. And honestly, if this is actually the 3A set, I would be pretty impressed by the quality. There's nothing here that I would really say would make them unusable. It's, for the most part, it seems relatively aesthetic. This one looks like it may be a little bit discolored. Maybe it spent some time in the water or something along those lines, but it's just not quite as white as the rest of the set. And like I said, I don't have a new Kirkland Signature to compare to, but overall, pretty impressed by the quality of these, if these are actually the 3A balls. There's no marking on any of the packaging to indicate which is which. So, I mean, at this point, it's really anybody's guess which package is which, but we'll keep going, open the other 2, and see what we got. Alright guys, so this is the second dozen that I opened up. I inspected all of them, and I wasn't able to really find many flaws. So this one right here has a little scuff there below the yellow markings, and one note is that a lot of these do also have markings as well. This one has a full alignment line on the side, a little Z there. This one had what I thought initially was dirt, but it's got the same marking on both sides, so I think it's just a little brown Sharpie. But overall, I'm thinking this is either the 4A or the 5A. Just due to the quality. I mean, this one looks like it could literally be brand new right out of the box. I don't see anything wrong with this one.
This one looks like someone who maybe took 1 or 2 shots, but very minimal signs of wear, if any. And then, like I said, just a couple little markings on a few of them. Overall, really impressed with this. If this is actually the 4A, it'd be an incredible deal. But I still have one more package to open, and we'll see what those ones look like. Overall, though, these dozen balls, very solid. And honestly, not much of a difference between these and a new dozen. So I'm gonna pop that last one open, and then I'll give you some final remarks here. Back with the third and final dozen golf balls here, and first thing right off the bat, you can tell that one of these balls is not like the other. So got a Titleist Pro V1 in the mix, which is interesting. There is some decent signs of wear on it, so it's not a brand new Pro V1, but really can't complain, I guess. Something interesting to note, I was watching a video on how they actually sort the balls and determine what the quality of them are, and it seems like part of it is automated, which is probably how you ended up with a Pro V1 in the mix. So beware, there's a chance you might get a golf ball that is not exactly what you ordered. Another thing I noticed is that this one right here has a smaller number on the face, and additionally has Tour Performance along the side, whereas the rest of them have Performance Plus. So after doing a little bit of research, I think that there's a possibility that this golf ball is of the 4-piece variety. So the traditional Kirkland Signature Performance Plus is supposedly a 3-piece urethane golf ball, and potentially Tour Performance model might have been the 4-piece variant, a little less soft, etc. So I'm actually going to try a couple shots with this specifically just to test it, see how it feels compared to the rest of them. But back to this dozen. So overall, it seems like these are in really good shape. There's a couple just random markings and such on them, but really minimal signs of wear. For example, just a little bit of wear on the cover here. Overall, I can't really tell too much of a difference between this dozen and the previous dozen that I just reviewed for you guys. So I really can't determine which of these is the 4A and which is the 5A, which begs the question, why would you pay extra for the 5A if they're pretty much the same quality as the 4A? So that's my big takeaway here, honestly. I haven't hit any of them yet, but as of right now, I'm kind of leaning on the 4A. I'm going to take another look at all of them, and then come back to you with my final thoughts, maybe hit a couple golf shots with each and see. So just a few final thoughts here on the golf balls. I ended up getting 3 dozen, I would say, good quality golf balls altogether for, I think it was about $22 plus $10 shipping, right? So just over $30. If you were to buy these golf balls new, I'll just pull it up on my phone here, and Costco has them for $25 plus $5 shipping. So overall, it'd be about the same price for 2 dozen new balls that I paid for these 3 dozen used ones. So I'll leave it to you to determine whether or not you think that's a good enough deal to justify playing the used balls. Personally, I'm not a professional golfer, and for me, anytime I can save a little bit of money here, it is worth it. Granted, if you were buying larger quantities, that $10 shipping price would be negated, so it would be an even better deal if you were to buy larger quantities. I think once you get over $80 or something, the shipping fee goes away. But overall, I'd say that the 4A golf balls are actually the best deal. So I actually wasn't able to determine really much of a difference between the 4A and what I think is the 5A here. So I would say go with the 4A. Unless, you really don't care about the quality too much, you go with the 3A. Personally, I think the 4A is the best value because you get, a dozen pretty much new golf balls for $7, $6.99. So if I could go back and do it again, I might buy 3 of the 4A instead of splitting up 1 of each. And in the future, I'm probably going to keep going with the 4A. But overall, I'm kind of curious to see what their process would be as far as sorting them. The video that I watched on how they do it made it look like it was employees that sort them by hand. So there's a little bit of play in there, what the employees see as a difference between like a 3A, 4A, 5A golf ball. So overall, stick with the 4As, can't go wrong. honestly, a lot of these look like they're brand new balls. So it's a great deal. Check it out, lostgolfballs.com.
If you guys like these types of videos, I'm going to be producing more in the future. I got a couple experiments in the works. Review of the SwingCaddy SC300 on the way very soon. So please consider hitting that subscribe button below. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.